Researchers have developed Smellycopter, an autonomous drone that uses a live antenna from a moth to navigate towards smells. One huge advantage of drones is that these little robots can go places where people can't, including areas that might be too dangerous, such as unstable structures after a natural disaster or a region with unexploded devices. Researchers are interested in developing devices that can navigate these situations by sniffing out chemicals in the air to locate disaster survivors, gas leaks, explosives, and more. But most sensors created by people are not sensitive or fast enough to be able to find and process specific smells while flying through the patchy odor plumes these sources create. Now, a team led by the University of Washington has developed Smellycopter, an autonomous drone that uses a live antenna from a moth to navigate towards smells. Smellycopter can also sense and avoid obstacles as it travels through the air. The team published these results in the journal IOP Bioinspiration and Biomimetics. By using an actual moth antenna with Smellycopter, the researchers were able to get the best of both worlds, the sensitivity of a biological organism on a robotic platform where we can control its motion. The moth uses its antenna to sense chemicals in its environment and navigate toward sources of food or potential mates. Cells in a moth antenna amplify chemical signals. The moths do it really efficiently. One scent molecule can trigger lots of cellular responses, and that is the trick. This process is super efficient, specific, and fast. Researchers placed moths in the fridge to anesthetize them before removing an antenna. Once separated from the live moth, the antenna stays biologically and chemically active for up to 4 hours. That time span could be extended by storing antenna in the fridge. By adding tiny wires into either end of the antenna, the researchers were able to connect it to an electrical circuit and measure the average signal from all of the cells in the antenna. The team then compared it to a typical human-made sensor by placing both at one end of a wind tunnel and wafting smells that both sensors would respond to: a floral scent and ethanol, a type of alcohol. The antenna reacted more quickly and took less time to recover between puffs. Smellycopter doesn't need any help from the researchers to search for odors. The team created a cast and search protocol for the drone that mimics how moths search for smells. Smellycopter begins its search by moving to the left for a specific distance. If nothing passes a specific smell threshold, Smellycopter then moves to the right for the same distance. Once it detects an odor, it changes its flying pattern to surge toward it. Smellycopter can also avoid obstacles with the help of 4 infrared sensors that let it measure what is around it 10 times each second. When something comes within about 8 inches, that is 20 centimeters of the drone, it changes direction by going to the next stage of its cast and search protocol. Another advantage to Smellycopter is that it doesn't need GPS. Instead, it uses a camera to survey its surroundings, similar to how insects use their eyes. This makes Smellycopter well suited for exploring indoor or underground spaces like mines or pipes. During tests in the UW Research Lab, Smellycopter was naturally tuned to fly towards smells that moths find interesting, such as floral scents. But researchers hope that future work could have the moth antenna sense other smells, such as the exhaling of carbon dioxide from someone trapped under rubble or the chemical signature of an unexploded device.